Ooh. Wednesday. Or Tuesday. Shit, it's Tuesday.
Guys, if you're just listening to the podcast and not on the live stream, welcome. Thank you for being here. But also, Matt Steele and I have no idea what day it is, what time it is. We're on such a specific schedule with recording this podcast. And this week we're off schedule a little bit. So we might be a little out there in the ether. But don't fret. We have our takes. We have our feelings. We can express. And things are good as far as the decision desk goes. We are seeing lots of blue numbers come in as far as these elections are going. So we're going to be in a good mood, but we might be a little spacey, right?
Yeah, we are the next CNN, the next MSNBC, the next whatever CBS News, whatever kind of news outlets there are. Because we are. I don't want to be
CBS.
Whatever has the numbers, we got them because they're rolling in now, and it's all very exciting. We got a blue wave coming. It was kind of predicted it would happen, but we're excited nonetheless.
Absolutely, we are. I will take anything.
We're recording this like as the numbers are coming in from election day, in case.
Yes. If people don't know that,
give people the context. Yeah.
Yes, I think, use your context clues. We think you got it. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Two Gay Mats, the podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And we are back again another week. We are a little bit late because, on Sunday when we usually record the podcast, Matt Steele had something special going on. And so, Matt Steele, please tell the people. I know what it is, and I feel like many people who follow you on the Instagram know, but please tell all the other listeners who don't know the beautiful news what was going on Sunday night.
Well, darling, I had to be there for my opening night, my big off-Broadway debut. Did I step foot on that stage? Absolutely not. But I was a part of the process. I rehearsed. I was ready to go on if someone needed me to go on for them. I was ready and raring to go. But, instead of going on for opening night, I just went to the party. I did the red carpet. I looked great,
Looked great. And your mom was there with you. She was your date for Messy White Gays?
Yeah. My family came the Saturday show, like the Saturday 5 p.m. show, and they saw it and they really loved it and everything. And it's very funny because it's a show about like contemporary homosexuals being mean to each other. So there's a lot of pop culture references and gay culture references. And so literally my mom was just like, I didn't understand anything anyone was saying, but I had a great time and it was so funny. And I'm like, okay, that's what matters,
Right. Which I think was also her response to when she came and saw us do Love It or Leave It. Was like, I had no idea what was happening, but I had a great time. So I think those are 10s across the board as far in my book.
I know, exactly. My mom learned this week because she sat down with the script and I had told her to point out all the words that she didn't understand in there. And she was just like, what is spit roasting? What is a goji berry? Who is Jussie Smollett? Important questions that the gays tend to know, like important things that the gays tend to know. I was surprised that because even my cousin asked, because I posted on Instagram, I just educated my mom on what a goji berry was. And my cousin, who's straight, was like, what the hell is a goji berry? Is that like a dingleberry? And I'm like,
I'll tell you, I don't know what it is, darling. I am with your cousin. I have never heard that in my life.
It's literally, you can find it at any smoothie place, any acai bowl place. Like it's a berry. It's like it's like a very dried like berry. They usually come dried, and they're kind of like, there's a joke in the show, the like jockey. I mean, I'll spoil it, whatever. The jockey guy goes, oh, they're ordering someplace, and he's like, oh, do they have goji berries? And another guy goes, ew, baby, you just want one of those little dirt scabs. I hate them things because they're a little scab in texture, scab-like. Yeah,
Love
and
that.
I guess they're a gay reference, and I guess you're not gay enough to know. Jesus.
Look, I'm just happy it's not a sex act. I remember when my mom was out here and we were doing a live podcast, you came out and we had said something about like twinks or bears or something. And then you were like, well, like how a small gay man is a twink and like a big gay man's a bear. It's like, my mother does not know that. And like she does, you don't have to sit here and explain gay lingo to my mom. Like head on back to the West Side, Matt Steele. Oh, not to, dox you or whatever, but we don't need to be having
I'm not there now.
That's true. Yeah. If you go there, you'll just find Travis.
You'll just find Travis there listening to the playlist I gave him. Yeah, but no, it was a really, really fun week. My mom stayed overnight. She was my date to opening night. It was a nice week. Now that we are open, I have so much more free time like during my day because I just have to be at the theater for the shows and not like at rehearsals and then a show. So today I saw the movie, what's it called? Remembering You?
Yes.
my friend Derek, who's in the show with me. He was like, I really want to see the movie with Allison Williams and Dave Franco and everything. So I like just came back from that, and that was really fun. And so yeah, I'm gonna savor my life as a working actor, where I just have to show up, make my half-hour call, sit in the green room in case I'm needed, and then go skip all the way home. And I guess record 2 Gay Maths shit. Yeah.
Absolutely. You'll be doing all of the above. But that's a good week. And also, I had a very surprising week of my own as far as, our artistic endeavors go.
Guys, listen to this. This is why we couldn't wait until next Sunday because too much happened.
Yes,
okay?
Too much happened in culture and to us personally. But so, okay. Long story short, we tried to record something for Patreon, and like my internet again was being not good. They've since come over. They fixed a lot of things. We've changed a lot of things with the setup, so hopefully it's all working now. We'll see. But basically, I was at a low. I was like, oh, I'm so upset. You know how I feel when tech goes down. It really upsets me. It throws me off my game. I was going on a walk, and it's like, oh, the world is ending. Everything's crashing around me. And I get back home. It's like 9:30 p.m. And like I look on my phone. I have an email from my former publisher. I moved out to LA, signed to a music publishing company, which is like a company that represents songwriters. And my old company emailed me, and they never email me. And the person I was closest to there was like, hey, I was opening up my title, and I saw a new Music Friday thing, like a playlist, and I saw this song from Big Time Rush entitled Blow Your Speakers Out, which, just so we're clear, this is a song I wrote for Big Time Rush that I believe came out in 2011. I wrote the song in 2010. I was still in New York City. I was 23 years old. I had not yet met Matt Steele at all. And they recorded this song January 2011. And basically, it was the beginning of their second album cycle. They were like, oh, it's going to be like the lead single off of Elevate. But it more became like, oh, the song that they would play for other writers and producers who were more established and be like, this is the sound we're going for. By the time the album came out, it was an iTunes-only bonus track. So it did appear on the show, which is cool, but it never made it over to streaming. And so what the Big Time Rush guys have been doing with some of their music is for those songs that were kind of, on the show, not on an album, kind of lost in the ether, not available on streaming, they have somehow bought the rights to the songs that they had previously, but also are doing kind of Big Time Rush versions of those songs that fall into that little category. And I guess their new single is a song of mine that I wrote in New York almost 15 years ago. So as of now, on Spotify, it has almost 400,000 plays. The Rushers are no joke. They are listening to it. They're engaging with it. They're making TikToks about it. So if you've not heard Blow Your Speakers, which it was called Blow Your Speakers when I wrote it. It's not called Blow Your Speakers Out. If you have not heard it, go to
We've evolved. We've added a word to the title. Yeah.
Yes, we've added that out. It changes everything. Listen to it on Apple Music. Listen to it on Spotify, because it is, a major placement that like was big for me at the time that I never thought was going to make it to Spotify. But here we are, thanks to a lot of things happening, including, I think, Taylor Swift making all those Taylor's versions. I think that's inspired many artists to do what they're currently doing. But I've seen them now on tour over the summer. They've been performing this song. I had no idea. They have like speakers popping out in the screens behind them. They have whole choreography to this song. And I'm like, this was just a song I wrote in my fucking gross New York apartment 15 years ago. And here we are. Like, what a world.
Well, the amazing thing about it is that, like, the fact that they're like, no, we want this to be the single. Like,
right.
We're going to take this. Like, they could have completely gotten a different song. Like, they could have just been like, oh, can someone get a new song for us? Whatever. But which means that you can tell that they were like, no, this song was good. Yeah. So, like, we like this song. So it is going to be our new, like, promotional single, like, for our, like, comeback for our reunion tour or whatever the hell they're doing. And that's fucking incredible. It is a testament to how much of a bop the fucking song is. It is so nice. Matt Palmer. Guys, if you listen to it, when I hear it and I hear the whoa, like the woes and everything in the background, I just hear Matt Palmer's voice. I'm just like, Matt Palmer absolutely penned this. This is Matt. If you want to hear Matt Palmer's aesthetic in a song, it's Blow Your Speakers Out. Blow Your Speakers Out. But like, because it's true. Like, I hear Matt Palmer recording that demo, and I hear his, even though I've never heard his version of it. I
can send it to you. It's on my computer.
The world needs to hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so it's a fucking fantastic song. Everybody get on board. We are all now Big Time Rushers, and this is a Big Time Rush podcast now.
I guess it is. No, it was very surprising. It was very cool. And like, yeah, it also I think is a testament to those fans. I think there are fans of theirs that were always like pushing for this song specifically. So if you're a rusher out there who are one of like the 5 million people who've watched like a YouTube rip of that song over the past 15 years, you're the reason that this song is coming out as well. So I'm thankful to all people involved and, feeling very blessed and happy.
It's also just so iconic that like it came out and it's not like it just came out. Like it's the single you were not told.
I know. I'm like, I should look at my ASCAP because I feel like Matt Palmer's not the most unique name. I need the money to be going to me and not to some other Matt Palmer signed up for, music publishing. But yes, that's a whole different thing.
Well, but it's also kind of like how whenever Dolly Parton tells the story of the first time she heard Whitney Houston sing I Will Always Love You, she was like, oh yeah, I was sitting in my truck or whatever and I pulled over, I heard this song and I was like, oh, that's my song. And it's kind of just like, wait, you weren't you weren't told like, hey, this song is coming out, like you weren't given like a clip of it, like it was, you heard it on the radio organically and you were like, oh, guess I'm getting a paycheck.
Well, I will say when they recorded it the first time, like back in 2011, I was there for that. I was very involved and like I knew that it was coming out and they got a really cool producer to produce that final version originally. And this new version, I think they have in-house producers that did it. They did a bang up job from what I've heard. So a wild week for Two Gay Mats, even just interpersonally before we even jump into the news for idiots.
Yeah. And guys, we found out like sometimes like Matt Palmer was having a rough day. Like the internet wasn't working and everything. And then he suddenly was having the best day. And it just goes to show that sometimes great things happen in the darkest days. Darkest of days. Just like today, we are in rough times. And this election day has really just sort of lifted our spirits.
It really has. I mean, I assume Prop 50 is going to pass here, but that hasn't been announced yet. The Mamdani of it all, the Virginia of it all. It's just, we love a blue wave. Yes, we do. I mean, even like Georgia, New Jersey, don't be passing by my home state, not giving credit to New Jersey, darling. Yes,
the governor,
Georgia and New Jersey have new Democratic, I think, assembly people on our side, and then new governor on your side. So yes, there is a lot of good shit happening. Long story short.
Yeah.
Speaking of good shit happening, Jonathan Bailey, my king, the first
the gays are taking over the world, ladies and gentlemen. So sorry about that.
First openly gay sexiest man alive, which by the way, the fact that People Magazine's title of this being like, we know, we nailed it, period. It's like, well, so do you know when you don't nail it? Like, do you know when you put out Blake Shelton that everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, do you realize that? Because no, I've not seen one backlash tweet about this. And every year when the sexiest man alive comes out, there's someone being like, oh, I don't know about him. But Jonathan Bailey is the sexiest man alive of 2025. I also think it's kind of a brilliant way to kick off the like Wicked for Good promotional plan because I feel like the promo for original Wicked was like a lot for some people. So it's like, we're going to start a little later. And this is, related to Wicked, but not exactly. Like, I just think it was a smart move by all involved. Great choice. Love that he's in Wicked. Love that he's gay. And love the pictures. Have you seen?
Oh, they look, I mean, yeah. Wow, I'm so shocked. Pictures of Jonathan Bailey look good. Like,
I know, it's very surprising.
Man, the photographer really worked miracles here. No, I mean, well, the thing with like People Sexiest Man Alive is it's kind of just like, people go on, like we know how PR works. Someone's agent's just like, hey, they got a little something to promote. Like, let's get them on a magazine cover. If they can get this title, that'd be really cool and everything. So, it's not like the American people get together and vote. But that is something that like I'd vote for if that was on a ballot.
Absolutely. So if it was an option, I would vote for him.
Yeah, so I think that's a great option and good for the gays because we really won this one.
We really did. It's really been a good couple of days for these two gays in particular, but I think gays worldwide,
And I'm shocked because usually this People's Sexiest Man Alive usually goes to someone who's been around a lot longer than Jonathan Bailey, like in like the public eye as like a household name a lot longer. Like I remember when Michael B. Jordan was People's Sexiest Man Alive. I forget what year that was, and people were kind of like, oh, he's like kind of a newbie, even though he had been around for a few years several years at that point. But Jonathan Bailey, I think, is like the first in a long time that's like really, really recent. Like I don't think he really became a household name until year and a half ago. You know?
I mean, maybe not household name, but like his breakthrough was Bridgerton, and I think that was 2020. So that's not really our culture, but yes, I feel like that was kind of the beginning of his meteoric rise.
Well, in the musical theater girls, we've known about him for quite a while. So
of course you have. And you were absolutely right about him.
Yeah, we
Congratulations to your culture as well. We love the musical theater girlies, and we love Jonathan Bailey. Congrats on the big win. And more news that'll make gay people happy. Hilary Duff is coming back to music. She has announced her first single in a decade. It is entitled Mature. I don't know if we have the credits yet. I don't know. I assume that her husband, Matthew Coma, produced this, probably co-wrote it. But all we know is that it's coming out this Thursday,
Girl,
November
check the
6th.
credits. Check the credits because for all we know, you wrote it. Okay.
That's true. This could have been a song I wrote a decade ago and have forgotten about, and Hilary just picked it up. Yeah. It's really an option. But I mean, this is, I think, her first single since her 2015 album, Breathe In, Breathe Out, which the first single was Sparks, which was a music video, but also an ad for Tinder. So
it was a time.
It was a time. We were doing a lot of. Yes, a lot of SponCon in the music video space. But I'm just excited because there was a time where I feel like she would go on Watch What Happens Live, and every time Andy Cohen would be like, so what about that new music? And she'd be like, I don't want to do that. I'm very tired. I have children. And it's like, no, Hilary, you made so many bops in your day. You know how I feel about All About You, the underrated 2014 single. And also Come Clean. She has many songs that have touched the lives of many. So I know the gays in the chat and, listening to us right now are over the moon about this. And, I'm just right there with them.
Yeah, the gays deserve happiness, guys.
We
Give us
do.
something. Jonathan
Give us
Bailey,
something.
Hilary Duff releasing new music.
Yes. There's also more new music coming out that will make, some gays still happy, but gays back in 2010 when I wrote Blow Your Speakers would have been over the moon. Katy Perry's also coming back.
This is quite recent after her last album. She did just separate. She might have a lot to say.
I think she does.
What's the single called again? Stitches?
The single's called Band-Aids.
Band-Aids.
Yes. And
Plural,
I did find
Band-Aids. Okay.
multiple Band-Aids. And I did find a who worked on this song, and it does not include He Who Shall Not Be Named, the man who, worked with her on that last record and really stirred up a lot of bad press for her. He's not involved in this song, so thank God. I believe she's still on her Lifetime's tour. She has separated from Orlando Bloom. Was that her ex? I believe it was Orlando Bloom. But it seems like now she's moving into politics by, dating Justin Trudeau. So,
she's doing fine.
She's doing fine. I hope the song is good. I mean, I kind of get the feeling looking at the cover art that we're not doing another big dance thing. I feel like I saw some Katy Cats being like, oh yeah, she mentioned she wanted to do a dance album, but then a more acoustic based album. And so maybe we're getting something closer to the One of the Boys era, Katy Perry, which of course we stand Teenage Dream down, but there's some great songs on that debut album, including Mannequin, which I think she wrote all by herself and has always been one of my favorite Katy Perry songs. I don't know what it's going to be, but that's my hope and my dream for this era is that, because I think we just need a change. The sound that she came out with recently wasn't working. The collaborator obviously wasn't working. We just need something different from her. And I hope
I really like the cover art.
I do too.
I really like the cover art too, with the little cuts on her face. It's very simple, I think, but very effective. It's something different from her. Katy Perry, there's a lot of her visual aesthetic. There's usually a lot of sheen, a lot of color, a lot of glitz, and a lot of just gloss on everything. And this kind of feels a lot more natural, which we're not really used to seeing. Katy, it's pretty natural lighting. Sort of just a glamour shot of her face with these little cuts on her face, and it's not overdone with the cut. It's kind of subtle. I think it's a very sophisticated, interesting, to quote the next Hilary Duff single, mature cover for a Katy Perry song. You know?
I think maybe, to quote someone who's going to come up a little bit later, she's going back to basics with the look, the sound. So that's why I'm really anticipating a pop rock acoustic guitar kind of bass thing. Especially because Thinking of You, I feel was going viral for such a long time. And that was from that first album, acoustic guitar based ballad she did back in the day. So I could see it being that kind of record. Maybe I'll be wrong and, eating my words this, a few days from now, but that's my hope. That's my dream. And it's good to have dreams. Sometimes dreams come true even 15 years later. Blow Your Speakers available now.
Fingers crossed. Blow your speakers out. Blow your speakers
Yes.
out.
Oh, out. Sorry, I keep forgetting the out.
Blow your speakers is dead. Okay, she's dead to us. She's gone.
Yes, it's now blow your speakers out. Carly Rae is pregnant. Did you see this?
We love.
I feel like we just announced that Carly Rae was married to her collaborator on The Loveliest Time. They worked together in 2023. They recently got married. Her husband is Cole MGN, is his, I assume, stage name. And now they are, expecting a little one. And that's just so exciting. Congratulations to her.
We love. Congratulations.
We love.
Hope they're happy. Wish them happy, I mean, the millennial gays are really eating. We got new, we got a red wave, like in the Obama era. We got
a blue wave. Blue wave.
Oh, sorry. Oh, holy shit. We got a blue. Oh, girl, you better bleep that out. I don't want to be online saying this shit. Sorry, we got a blue wave like back in the Obama days. We got, except for those midterms. Well, those were rough, but
those were bad.
those were bad. But we got Hilary Duff coming back. We got Carly Rae having a baby. We got so much great shit. Yeah,
a lot of good shit happening, and I feel like some millennial gays will be happy about this. This isn't exactly our culture, but American Horror Story season 13 has set its cast for its new series, and the big title of this article is Ariana Grande is joining the FX anthology series. She's reuniting with series creator Ryan Murphy and Brad Fulchek after starring in their short-lived horror comedy series Scream Queens a decade ago. Emma Roberts and Billy Lord are also going to be in this season. Sarah Paulson, Jessica Lange, Kathy Bates, Evan Peters, Angela Bassett, Gabourey Sidibe, and Leslie Grossman all a part of the cast.
Yeah, she better work, Gabourey. You know I love Gabourey Sidibe.
I know.
She has the cutest little babies. She had twins a couple years ago.
Whenever I see a picture of her family pop up on Threads, where I usually am, I'm always like, oh, what a beautiful family. And I feel like that dad is always like sticking up for her in the comments and stuff and always like fighting the trolls. And I'm like, icon. I like him already.
He is so cute. I have a crush on Gabourey Sidibe.
Okay. I didn't know we'd be here, but I guess that's great.
Cute. She scored a king.
I need to look at him. I don't know that I look so close because I'm looking at the twins. I'm looking, and Gabourey is so beautiful that like I'm not, I'm not always looking at the man unless the man is Jonathan Bailey. I'm never like first looking at the man,
He's cute. He's my vote for sexiest man alive 2026. Yeah.
All right. Everyone look out for that. Also look out. I assume this is going to come out next year, but I'm not seeing a date there. And in news about, maybe a man who's proving to not be a king in our culture. More bad news for David Harbour coming out this week in that Millie Bobby Brown apparently filed a harassment and bullying claim against David Harbour before filming Stranger Things season 5, which I believe is the last season that is debuting soon-ish. And for a man whose name I didn't fully know 3 weeks ago, we're getting a lot of news about this man and how he's not the best,
Well, I've known of David Harbour for a while. I saw him in that 2005 Broadway production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
How was he?
So he was good. Yeah, he was very good. Okay. I mean, it's Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Everyone's great. Like, it's a great play.
Right.
Yeah, wow. Bullying Millie Bobby. What does he have to bully her about? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. Apparently Apparently they play father and daughter on the show, and I guess they both have weird quotes from like long ago being like, oh, we do fight on set. Like we have a real like father-daughter relationship and it's coming through in the performance. And I'm like, maybe that's weird. I hope to never.
They fought like back in the day, like when she was a kid.
I guess. Like
What are you doing fighting with your child co-star?
I don't know. Like you're an adult man. Like let this girl be a girl. I hope to never be in a work situation where it feels like anyone's a parent, anyone's a child. Like, I'm always wary of any work situation where it's like, we're a family here. Because it's like, oh, this is a cult. Like, no, you're not. Everyone's at work and we need to be appropriate and like not be pieces of shit to each other and like think, oh, well, it's because we're just father and daughter and we're so into our characters. Like David Harbour, I assume after Stranger Things is going to be taking a long break from the public eye. I assume he made a bunch of money on this show. And I think, his, actions are coming back to roost. And maybe, time to take a break because this is not it.
Yeah, take a break, but also we will be going back to him later on in the podcast.
Really? Is he in a movie you saw or something? Oh, okay.
No, bitch, I listened to the album.
Oh, shit, you hadn't listened to the album. I forgot. Oh, my God. Okay, well, I guess can't wait to hear. Oh my God, I can't wait to hear what you I mean, I assume, okay, whatever. I assume I know what you thought, but I can't wait to hear what you thought.
I was just like, oh yeah, I'm in New York. I had an affair with him too.
You were in the Pussy Palace? No, you wouldn't. You would never do that to Lily.
I mean, it was in the West Village, girl, which is where I'm staying right now. So it could be my place right now. No one would know.
Guys, when I was writing up the things we're going to talk about this week, I was like, oh, this will be light. This will be fun. Mariah's declared it's time. And like this video came out and like, oh, fun. Her, Billy Eichner. She's doing Sephora ad and like, flying through the sky. But of course, since I wrote that down, there's been some backlash around the ad. Of course, I am not an unbiased person. We all know that Mariah Carey is my favorite person in culture of all time, forever and ever and ever. But apparently, did you watch It's Time this year? Did you watch it?
Yeah, what's controversial about it?
Okay, so people feel, if you didn't watch it, Billy Eichner plays like an elf who's like, oh, I'm going to be striking this Christmas. And Mariah's like, no, you can't strike. And he's like, no, Christmas is canceled. And he's like trying to leave with some of her Sephora. And then she turns him into Frosty the Snowman. And he's upset. And then like she like flies away. The song plays. People are feeling that this is either Mariah and or Sephora mocking people who planned to sit out Black Friday. They are feeling that this is in poor taste because a lot of workers are actually going on strike and we should be fighting for workers' rights and all of this. And I hear you. I could see how this could be perceived as possibly tone deaf. But some of the things I'm seeing tweets that are like, I watched that ad and it's just clearly the beginning of a class war. It's like, I mean, he's playing a character. This isn't real. Like, Mariah loved Obama, wrote a whole song for him. She's on the right, like, trying to, like, look at Mariah as if she's Deborah Messing, who's been doing some wild shit. It's just not right. Like, that's just not what's happening. And I mean, I think we all can agree on that. Of course, I'm protective of MC. I could see possibly it being tone deaf. But I will say, the first time I watched it, it did not cross my mind at all. At all. This point of view.
I don't think they were aware of if there are issues happening with the like workers who are planning on if there's some sort of strike happening.
Right.
I don't think they are aware of that. And it's good to be aware of things, but not everyone. No one is 100% aware of everything at all times. So I guarantee you, there was no malice in this It's Time video. Which, if there was, then they would be stupid because if they planned on like making a statement about this like, through the video, like that would be crazy. Like they would not want that negative backlash for the happy It's Time Christmas video. I've seen nothing about this online, Matt Ballmer. Okay. I mean, I think this is just on your algorithm.
No, I saw some people talking about it in the Discord and I saw it on the board. So it might be a small sliver of the population, but people are talking about it and I hear them. I respect their point of view. I just don't feel Mariah was out to harm. And also there were some people saying, well, Mariah's never done an ad for It's Time before. Well, kind of not true. She did that Peloton one. Remember when she was on the Peloton bike?
Yeah.
Between Halloween and Christmas? Like, she's not doing that just because. So whatever. Long story short, Mariah loves the working class. Mariah, if you read her book, you'll see where she came from. This may have been a little out of touch. People might be offended by it, and I respect your opinion. I'm with Matt Steele. I don't believe she's coming from a dark place making It's Time videos.
Yeah, I don't think it'll lead to class war, guys.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. Speaking of pop divas in the holiday season, apparently this came out like a few weeks ago, but I missed it. Christina Aguilera is putting out a movie entitled...
Wait, what?
Christina Aguilera...
Really on separate algorithms. What?
Christina Aguilera, Christmas in Paris, sets holiday season theatrical release via Vertigo Live, Rock Nation, and Fathom. So apparently she shot a concert film from the director of the Eras Tour movie that's going to be in theaters on December 14th and December 21st, where she is celebrating the 25th anniversary of her very oversung and perfect My Kind of Christmas album. And she is performing in front of an intimate audience of 250 guests and performing many many Christmas classics. I hope many from the album and outside of it. I would like to see it. I would like to see it. You know how I feel about that Christmas record. It is ridiculous, over the top, unnecessarily sexy, and perfect in every way. I love that Christmas record. And it always reminds me of that. There's like an Osbournes episode where Kelly Osbourne is like viciously going after Christina and that holiday performances that she would do. But I'm like, I love it. I have no notes for it, and I hope she does every run, if not more.
Yeah, sorry, Kelly Osbourne. But you're just going to have to hear a few more runs this Christmas.
You got to hear the runs.
This year, this Christmas.
Yes. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you have not heard This Year by Christina Aguilera, jump to your Spotify, and after you listen to Blow Your Speakers Out, listen to This Year by Christina if you want to have a sexy Christmas moment, which I feel like we as a culture all do.
These are going to be the 2 biggest songs of the year. Two songs that were written decades ago.
Absolutely. Biggest songs of the year.
We love.
Jennifer Aniston has a new boyfriend. He is a hypnotherapist, Jim Curtis. I've seen a picture of him. He looks cute. And it was his birthday, and she celebrated it on Instagram.
We love.
If
he's good to her. She's good to him.
Yes.
I love
we
that.
love.
Yeah, he looks good. I saw that picture, and he's cute.
I know. I was like, yes, Jennifer, you better work.
Yeah,
and lastly, in news that I would deem good, MTV has canceled the show Ridiculousness, which it's like a America's Funniest Home Videos-esque kind of clip show that was hosted by Rob Dyrdek, and it was on for 14 years on MTV and 46 seasons. I would say if you looked at the block of time, like what does MTV play nowadays is always the question. It's always Ridiculousness. Apparently he was being paid over $30 million a year. And so it seems like they're canceling it, and they're basically saying we're trying to retool the network, make it more niche, make it more XYZ. I hope that's the case. I know that some international MTV stations have been completely taken off the air, which worries me as a kid who grew up on MTV. I just feel like there's a way to make MTV profitable in 2025 and beyond. People love music. People love music as an event. People love music videos. YouTube is doing great for a reason. And also MTV, fucking hire us. We do not demand $30 million a year. Don't you want gays talking about the music videos that are played? It's like pop-up video, but with your homosexual friends. Hire us.
I'll take $20 million, but maybe that's a discount. But here's the thing. I heard that like MTV was going to be gone, like in general.
It's not.
Or is that not true? Is that a rumor?
That's not. There are some MTV networks internationally that are going to be gone, but I think MTV flagship USA is still going as of now. And if they're ready to rebuild, we're here. You're in the right place. We're here. We're happy to lay the first bricks at MTV 2.0 because it's been a mess for a long time. And it was so good. It was so good when we were growing up.
Yeah, we can do it. We're here. We have a setup. Matt Palmer's getting new internet soon. Like he's getting a new like whatever, what's it called?
Internet fiber.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds great. Don't you want that MTV? Don't you want some of that fiber?
Yes, it's like you with your Metamucil. That's fiber too, right?
Ooh, I haven't had a good Metamucil in a while. I got to treat myself to that since we've both had such a successful week.
I love that that's your big treat. It's just some Metamucil. So I love that for you.
We're at that age.
We really are.
This is what we'll talk about on MTV too. Like,
I know. Please don't watch this clip, MTV. I swear we do more interesting shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's because the old people watch MTV now, and it's gonna be not gonna be music TV. It's gonna be Metamucil TV.
Well, I look forward to that. Or 2Gay Matt's TV. Come on.
Matt's TV, and it's just all Matts all around.
No, just us two.
Just us
no
two.
one else.
A network run by two people. It's like Bravo, except it's run by two people.
Yes. I think these are great ideas.
We're the next gay Andy Cohens. Or just, I guess, regular Andy Cohens.
I was going to say, he's got the gay down. Any other news for idiots that you'd like to share with the people?
Oh, God, no. We're going to be back in a couple days doing another podcast in a couple days. If I do have something, I'll let you know then.
Yeah, save it for then. We're going to take a quick break and then be back with more 2Gay Matt's the podcast. We're back.
We're back, and Matt Palmer has more information to tell you guys. Listen up.
everybody listen up. Thank you so much for listening to and or watching the podcast. If you enjoy us, please go to your Apple Podcast or your Spotify and leave us a 5-star rating or review. We do only accept 5 stars. If you have something negative to say, you can keep it to yourself. Also, if you really enjoy us, go to patreon.com/2gaymats where you get extra bonus content from us so regularly. You get our reaction, or my reaction to the Lily Allen album, West End Girl. You get our reaction in full to the new Demi Lovato record. It's just a fun place to be. You can join the Discord, meet friends you haven't met yet. It's a lovely place to be. And Matt Steele, what section of the podcast are we on?
We are on Email My Heart. This is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO. I almost forgot how to spell 2 for a second. TWO.
Right.
We got one email from Helen who was like, I heard Matt Palmer is watching UK Traders, and asked a question about UK Traders. And Matt Palmer's like, I haven't been watching. So we can't answer that email.
Yeah,
But-
sorry, Helen.
Sorry, Helen. Maybe one day. But we got an email from Amy. Amy says, hi, Matt's lovely podcast. As always, the message is for you, Matt Palmer, to answer on behalf of the amazing Jackson. I'm dying to know if his reaction to the Dodgers tie in the 9th and then win later on was more, equal, or less dramatic than your reaction to Beyonce dropping the surprise album. Spare no details. I love how there's good evidence of your reaction to the Beyonce surprise drop because it's online.
Absolutely.
For all of you to see.
Yes, it's online, and especially for me to remember because, I don't have the best memory, so I can watch it back and say, I was really excited. But yes, no, so Jackson was actually flying back from Ohio while this final World Series game was being played, so he's on the plane watching I was going to say performance, watching the game, like on his flight back on American Airlines, and so I think he is watching it, and like the Dodgers are down by 2, and like essentially while the plane lands and the internet goes out, because that's what happens when planes land. He's like walking through and he like doesn't know what's happening, and some girl behind him is like, oh my God, it's 4-4, like the Dodgers are tied. And so he's getting off the plane and he's like, oh, what happened? How did this happen? So he missed that home run. But then he basically right outside of the gate found a bar that was open and playing the World Series on the TVs. And so he just stood there and watched. As I'm driving up to LAX, I'm like, hey, I'm going to be outside in like 4 minutes. Like, I know like you're watching, but like, are you about ready to go? He's like, well, actually, if you wouldn't mind like finding up like a cell phone lot somewhere to park, I just can't, like, don't want to miss this. Like, this is important, blah, blah, blah. And like, I don't have a way to watch this in between the gate and like baggage claim or whatever. And so I very kindly drove to the nearest Starbucks, parked, got a little Frappuccino. And then as I was doing that, he figured out a way to listen to it. And so he just listened to the game while getting his bags. He hopped in the car and I had the game playing on the radio while he got in, because I was like, oh, he's going to want to know how this all ends. And so at the end of the game, we basically didn't get to watch it. We just heard it. And I don't think, like, it didn't last as long as my excitement around the Beyonce release happened. Like, it didn't last as long. But the peak was high. Like, he was over the moon. Like, he was so happy. It was like jumping around, a bit of a squeal. And yeah, no, he just basically the whole game, if you didn't watch that final game, it really felt like, oh, the Blue Jays are playing better. They've really done well this entire series. In this game specifically, like the Dodgers coming behind offensively, and like, is there a way to tie this? Is there a way to win? And so the Dodgers really eked it out. They won also last year, so this is back-to-back wins. I think over the past 6 years they've won the World Series 3 times now. And so he was very thrilled, very excited. Not as excited as I was about Beyonce's album, but he was pretty over the moon. I think he's going to go to his parents' house because they have that whole game still recorded, and like watch the final hour of the game, because he's like, I don't like that I just heard it. I don't like that it was so broken up. I want to be able to watch this in full to see exactly how it happened, just to make sure he sees every moment, so.
Man, God bless the generations that still have DVR. Like,
I know.
Truly, like it's how I'm probably gonna have to watch the Oscars this year, because I'm gonna be at the theater.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because we have a Sunday show
what
at
are we?
7 p.m.
Maybe that week we should do the podcast on Monday so that you will have watched it and we can talk about it.
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna watch them. Oh, and also it'll be like, even if I were to watch them regularly, like it would be after midnight.
Oh, it'd be so late.
Be done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Yeah, and yeah, I'm a little like nervous about that. I love how I'm nervous for something that's like 5 months away, and truly
course.
like there's only like a couple front runners that are like that we know of right now, but still I'm like
Right.
thinking about it and stressed about it. There was the time I watched the one Oscars DVR once because I couldn't watch the ceremony live, so it had to be I had to stay offline, and I had to like my friends' parents had to DVR it for me. Like, and I made them even like DVR the red carpet and everything. So that was
You
a
didn't
journey.
skip the red carpet?
Absolutely not. Are you kidding?
Oh my God.
Are you kidding? Oh my God! You need the build up. You need to see the people arrive, the dresses that they're gonna pick, like how they like want to express themselves for what might be the most important day of their lives. Like the red carpets before I don't know how people just turn on the Oscars willy nilly. It's crazy to me.
Well, I only watch the red carpets because you come over when we watch it. So I don't even know if I'll be watching the red carpets this year. I guess we'll see.
You fucking better, because you need to know what's going on. You are a
I'll know
journalist
one.
now. You're going to be the face of MTV soon. And so we're going to be talking about
Yes.
this. Yeah.
It's true, we will be. But I will say one other thing about the Dodger win is they also have a parade. Like after the Dodgers won, they had a parade in downtown LA that happened like midday on Monday this week, and that's usually when I go downtown to see my therapist. Is like midday on Monday, and so I texted her being like, "Hey, can we just Zoom instead of me going in today? Because like I don't need to be there trying to deal with a parade of Dodger fans and all of this." And it was fine, but I also was like, "Ooh, this will be a great way if we're doing like a Zoom therapy session. I'll use my streaming computer and the internet that I have set up. This will be a great way to test how the new motherboard is doing, the new connections are doing." And so I started the session and I was like, "Hey, by the way, this is the computer that I told you about last week that wasn't working. So just let me know how it works for you during the session." So at the end of the session, she's like, "It was fine." I was like, "Great. Thank you so much." Yeah.
And then your therapist will be like, "Let's talk about your dependency on technology."
I mean, she gets it. She knows a lot. Not to go too far into my therapy, but I talked a bit about the Big Time Rush thing or whatever, and she's a bit younger, and she's like, what was the song called? I think she's...
Oh my God, not you having a therapist who's a Big Time Rush standing her trying to keep her fucking cool, like, as this is happening.
I don't think she's a stan, but I do think she was like young when this song was coming out. Like I think she was Nickelodeon aged at that time. So I think she might listen to it. And I'm excited to hear if she'd heard it before. This time next week, amazing. I'll let you know.
And she's soon going to be like, "I can't be your therapist anymore because I'm so starstruck." Like, so sorry about that.
I don't think anyone's ever been so starstruck about a songwriter. So I think we're going to be okay.
You would be.
I would be, but I'm a music nerd, darling. Not everybody is the same way. Okay, so those are our Email My Hearts this week. I do actually have some 2 gay minutes. I don't know if you do.
I don't, but okay. Let me pull up a little. Oh, this is so shocking. I'm not prepared for you. I should really be prepared for this.
It doesn't happen often, but there were some Bravo trailers that came out this week, and I just need to discuss.
Okay, guys, this is 2 Gay Minutes. This is the section of the podcast where one of the Matts rambles on about something the other Matt doesn't give a shit about for 2 minutes and 2 minutes only. And now it is Matt Palmer's time to make me suffer, because I made him suffer all summer with Big Brother shit. So,
you really
are you ready? You ready, Matt Palmer?
I am ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, give it to me.
Okay, so Bravo this week released 2 new trailers for upcoming seasons of shows that I have historically been a big fan of, both The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and the reboot of Vanderpump Rules. Let's start with Beverly Hills. I'm so upset Garcelle's not there. I realize why she had to leave, and it makes sense, but like this group of women I find so boring. I find so unlikable. This used to be this like crown jewel of the whole franchise, and now with Salt Lake, with Potomac, which I'm really enjoying this season, I just feel like Beverly Hills is a lesson in monotony. It is so incredibly boring. They get stuck on one topic and won't let it go for 20 weeks. I hope that I'm wrong. The trailer kind of gave us nothing, except there's a new friend of named Amanda who seems like kind of messy and kind of like, well, she's just mad because she, gave all her money, put all her financial future in the hands of this Aaron Brockovich lawyer, and I am self-made, and she's just jealous that I'm younger and that I have money that I made of my own. And so that'll be a pretty good fight between her and Erica. But otherwise, it's very go girl, give us nothing. And also Kyle Richards, I cannot have another season of us discussing whether or not you're a lesbian. Okay, secondly, Vanderpump Rules, the reboot, the trailer has come out, and I am withholding judgment. I realize it's a whole new group of people that actually work at SUR, and so I'm going to give it a try. But the trailer was very we've watched every episode of the original Vanderpump Rules and are trying to recreate it. Like, I feel like that original cast we had was lightning in a bottle, and like these people, I'm just kind of feeling nothing for them so far. I also am glad that there are some gays, because again, this is a restaurant based in West Hollywood, so we're actually getting gay people, which is great. But also, I know that I've said I don't want black people engaging with, people that are on Vanderpump or the Valley, but you could have found a whole new group of people that included some non-white people to watch. And in 2025, we're still dealing with all of the whites only. Like, what's going on? This show better not be boring. I will give it a watch on the premiere night. But like, to come from the high of Scandival to where we are now with the show, I'm nervous. I'm scared. At least there are gays. That's all I have.
At least there are gays. It's like Sexiest Man Alive. Well, at least it's a gay.
At least it's a gay.
At least there
it's
are
another
gays.
white, but at least it's a gay.
At least gays, yeah.
Okay, so Matt Steele, did you get a chance to text with our good buddy Travis this week?
Yes, and so we are on to Travis Tracks. This is the section of the podcast where I talk about the playlist I made for my roommate Travis because he doesn't know anything about pop music, and I gave him 365 songs that he needs to know from the year he was born until today. Well, not till today, until early 2025. So now we are in 2014 era. So we moved on to a huge song for Miss Ariana Grande. I remember when this song came out, and we were all kind of just like, oh wait, she's kind of here to last. And that is a song called Problem.
Yes.
And Travis just said, I really, really love it. Love the throwback of it. It's very sexy.
Okay. I mean, it's up-tempo. I get why that's sexy. I'm glad he likes that. That's a good song. That's a song that I don't listen to enough these days. Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah. Next song, one of my personal favorite Ariana Grande songs, was my absolute favorite for a long time until We Can't Be Friends came out. And that is a song called One Last Time. A beautiful song. I know. Devastating, dancey, everything.
Wait, do you like that song more than Into You?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What about it, Matt Palmer?
I just think it's interesting. They did a Spotify thing with her where it's like, oh, you can pick your top 5 Ariana songs. And mine, I think, were Into You, We Can't Be Friends, Into You, and then One Last Time. And then maybe Love Me Harder or something. The 2 last ones were like I wasn't as attached to. But I did put Into You above One Last Time.
And that's okay. It is okay. We all, this is a podcast. We talk about our separate opinions. But One Last Time is superior. I'm so sorry to say. But anyway, I fucking love this song. I find it so devastating and beautiful, but also and so cathartic. And all Travis has to say is catchy. It's like, fuck you, Travis.
It's very Travis. Just give it one word. Over the song that changed your life. You're like, cool.
Catchy, cool. And I was like, you have nothing else to say about it? And he was like, I don't know. It's another hit. I was like, okay, great. Next is a song that I remember when it came out and it was like, oh, this is really cool. And that is a song by Sia called Chandelier.
He knew this song.
Yeah, he had heard this. Yeah.
Good.
And he says, this song has always been really solid for me. Very dramatic. I don't know much about Sia, but there are some hardcore Sia gays though, right? And I'm like,
I think so.
I don't know if she has the most hardcore, crazy gay stans. I mean, she has fans and stans, but they're not crazy.
No, I don't think they're the craziest stan group, but I feel like there are probably Sia stans out there who've been listening since, the 6 Feet Under finale when Breathe Me was used and all of this. But yeah, I agree. She's not she's not Madonna or something.
Yeah. And this was the song that very much shot her to stardom. I feel this song was huge. I love this song. Is great. Oh, what a time. We were so much happier then.
We really
another song is a song by Miss Charlie XCX that I've always really liked, and that is a song called Boom Clap.
Okay.
And Travis says perfectly enjoyable. I give it a solid B+, but nothing more. And I'm like, all right.
I'm kind of with Travis on that. I don't
God damn it.
know that. Right. I don't know that I would have put that on this list, but you know what? You got to give him the education. I think it's beautiful.
I mean, I love a song that's super percussive, and the song is literally called Boom and Clap. It's
that's true.
It's nothing but percussion. So another song is a song that has Charlie XCX on it, but she's only featured, and that is a song called Fancy.
Yes, classic.
And Travis says, hot. The chorus is actually my least favorite part, if you can believe it. And I'm like, huh.
What's wrong with the
Okay.
chorus? Maybe he just doesn't like Charlie XCX.
I don't know, but I guess he is just a big fan of oh God, what was it?
Iggy Azalea.
Iggy Azalea. I
Yeah.
mean, first things first on the realist. Like, it was
Who
a
was
time.
also on Problem. She had a big moment at that time. People were like, oh,
Yeah.
she's going to be the next thing. And
Yeah.
she wasn't. But it's still, she had that moment. Absolutely.
Yeah, totally. Next, we are on to one of the more underrated eras of Mariah Carey's life. And that is the Me, I Am Mariah, the elusive chanteuse era. And so the songs I gave him were Faded, which is a song that even you had to come around on, Matt Palmer. I knew it was
I
a classic from the
did.
get-go. And Travis says, I did like this even though it's a little slow for me. Still pretty sexy. She's still got it. Yes, she does, Travis.
Yes, she does. Tell him, Trav.
Yep. And the other Me, I Am Mariah song that I included was the classic #Beautiful.
Which deserved more. Like, I know I say it every other podcast, but it's true. Like, that song, I think, peaked at number 15. It should have been a number 1. Period.
Well, Travis says, there is nothing wrong with this. In fact, it sounds lovely. It's just not my thing. Yeah, I know. Interesting. We're off. We love everyone here at Two Gay
We
Nuts.
really do.
We love
Yes, we
everyone.
do.
But Travis, girl, that song's a classic.
Yes.
But what are you going to do? These are Travis's tracks, not Matt Steele or
Right.
Matt Palmer's tracks.
Right. We're only in control of MTV in the future. We're not in control of Travis's opinions,
Exactly. All right. So, Matt Palmer, do you have Giving Me Moments this week?
I do. And it's one that, if you've been listening to the podcast, you probably guess I finished 107 Days by Kamala Harris. And I would recommend it. It is quite the ride, the roller coaster. You really get her point of view, her perspective throughout this race. And the end of this race specifically is just so heartbreaking to listen to. She's like, knowing that the polling is not going her way. She knows that the numbers seem very stagnant. Trump's not agreeing to a second debate, which would have really, she felt, pushed her over the edge because that first debate went so well in her favor. And then, of course, everything about the night of the election is just devastating. Like the fact that like people on her team had to clean off the cupcakes that said Madam President on them and just like wipe them off and just have them be sad, like in memoriam cakes. Essentially, it just really broke me. The fact that Doug, going into that dinner the night of, had heard the intel that things were not looking good from the decision desks. And she was like, we actually had not talked about this until I started writing this book, because that's how traumatic this night was for both of us. And it just is, I don't know. You listen to the book, and of course, Kamala's going to have her critics. She's always going to have her critics. Any, a major national politician, like, you shouldn't be standing a politician, absolutely. But the whole time I'm thinking, but her heart is in the right place, and she would have done so much better for our country than what has been done over the past year with the Constitution being ripped to fucking shreds. Of course, tonight is a good night, so we don't need to belabor the point, dwell on the past, but it really was an upsetting finale. But it also, like, especially when like she's the one to like, swear, like do the transfer of power because she's the vice president and she has to be so involved in like him signing whatever. It just is like, and it's just the fact that like people were still giving her shit when she was doing what she was elected. She's like, I am one of 3 vice presidents who lost the election, who had to like swear in their opponent or whatever it was. And she's like, I was still being disrespected in that moment. People still said I didn't do it right. And like, it's just, I felt by the end of it, I believe she's taking a break. She's joining the people for the moment. It didn't feel like the book someone would write if they were never going to run for anything again. And that I found heartening. Again, I hope she can be pushed left on some issues, sure, but I also feel that she is a public servant in the truest sense. And like, that is something that I feel has been so lost with this cult of personality nonsense. She's literally, like, her campaign slogan when she first ran was Kamala Harris for the people, because that's who she's fighting for. That's who she wants to win. I just really respect what she did and what she's done and really want good things for her, whether she runs for public office again or not. I just am so thankful for what she's done. I love how she ended the book talking about the one high schooler who like wrote to her about like how inspired she was and how she's going to Howard and is already like in student government and all of this. It was a beautiful ending, but it was also like, man, things could have gone. It's honestly like reopening a wound. Because again, this time last year, we were not feeling it the way she was feeling it, but we were also feeling it.
Yeah.
We were also feeling it.
Yeah, and I'm glad, because we both finished this book the same exact week. Like I was
Yes.
and this was also going to be part of my giving me moments. So I'm happy you opened the door to segue into mine.
Yes.
But like truly, like I was just like walking down the street, just like sobbing, listening to this, like feeling just like, because you're just reminded of a time when you felt like there was so much hope, there was so much excitement. And I've like always loved Kamala Harris. I always thought she was very, very smart and like so like incredibly capable. I've always just like really liked her ever since she like burst onto the scene, especially like she really kind of burst on in like 2016 era. And I always thought she was really, really great. I loved her as vice president and what I also really loved about the book was she really kind of like gave you a little peek into the complexities of what it's like to be vice president and to like work with a president. She's, because it's very much a thankless job because you're kind of just like, even like in moments of like disagreement when it's just like, I don't feel like the right decision is being made here or there. And like Joe Biden was always very kind of honest. She's like, oh yeah, me and Kamala, like we fight like hell about like, we should do this, we should do this, we should do this and everything. But like the two of us are a team and that is, what we do. Like it kind of like, was kind of like an eye-opening listening to her talk about her side of it and everything. It's just like, well, we do care about each other so much. Like we have deep affection for each other, deep respect for each other and everything. But like also this person was like my boss. Like this is a professional relationship, even though we do have personal, happy, like warm feelings for each other. This is a professional relationship. And there are some times where I very much disagreed with him. He disagreed with me and everything. And she's very open about moments where she was just like, oh, he did this thing that really pissed me off. And a lot of people were trying to make it a scandal, like, oh, Kamala's mad at Joe, she hates Joe and everything, but it's kind of like, well, no, she also in the book talks about like a moment where her husband pissed her off, like like it really like I think humanized the relationship between them very much because like everyone has complex relationships with each other. You're not gonna love and adore every single person every single time, like every single minute of every single day. And I think she really like shined light on that I thought was very, very interesting. And how she talked about, she's just like, I feel, and she really like opened your eyes like that, like, no, it's not just like a single president. It's like there's a team around the president. Like there's a team around me. It's not like there's this one person and it's just them and everything. Like you're dealing with so many hundreds and fucking thousands probably of people that are like doing this with you. And that's like what is like does work about the American government is like there are so many people who are in there making it all happen, even if there is one sort of like figurehead that's kind of the face of everything. It's so many people, which is also why it is complicated because there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, but it's the only way for things to be truly like democratic and like and fair and everything. Like, and so I really loved the book. I mean, it was the same feelings I had when I like listened to What Happened when that book came out, when Hilary Clinton wrote that. And I was just like, oh God, like you would have been so fucking good. Like you would have been so good. You like, and everything kind of like boils down to, she's just like, we didn't have enough time and we were in truly a horrible situation. And there is no one person or thing to blame because like it was just a lot of horrible, unfortunate circumstances that led to other horrible, unfortunate circumstances. And we didn't have enough time, but like we were stuck between a rock and a hard. It was a very complex situation. And the fact that she still earns the third most votes of any person in history for president after only having 107 days is remarkable. So,
absolutely it is.
Yeah. So, but there's another thing that was also giving me moments.
I had a feeling there was something else. Did you listen to a certain album this week by Miss Lily Allen?
I saw a lot of movies this week and enjoyed them. I saw Begonia really good. Like I just saw a bunch of movies. It was great, but there was nothing more cinematic to me. Than an album called West End Girl by Miss fucking Lily Allen. And yes, we talked about it on the last podcast, but it is my turn. Okay. Because the second it started, I was like, Like, are you kidding me with this? Like, I mean,
told you.
y'all have heard enough about it. It's about her, eventual divorce from David Harbour, even though not everything is true. Some things are fictionalized, apparently, whatever. But just like the cheating he did on her, even though they were you discover through the album that they were in an open-ended, Jesus Christ, open relationship. And just like her thoughts on that, she was like, we only agreed that like if it was just sex, or if they were prostitutes, it would be okay. Like, she goes into a lot of personal stuff in this album. Like, it's just like, what was this relationship like? And every single song is about it. A lot of times when there's like a breakup album or this album, there's like one or two songs that really don't have anything to do with it, but there are 14 tracks. Every single one has to do with this experience, and every single one is great. Like, it's like, you never get tired of this story. I mean, like, just from the beginning, like West End Girl into ruminating. I love Sleepwalking. Then Tennis, where she asks the question of who the hell is Madeline, and then the song Madeline, where it's like her email correspondence to a woman who he is having not just a sexual relationship with, but like an emotional relationship with too. And like it's like has Madeline's point of view in it, and like ending it with like Madeline being like love and light. It's like, ooh, God, that detail is just a slap across the face. Relapse, Pussy Palace, where she talks about like she goes into their other apartment in New York City and she discovers all these toys and everything and where she's literally just like, I didn't realize this. You were using this other apartment as your Pussy Palace, and like and questioning like, am I dealing with a sex addict? Like, what she like? It's like a point of concern. Like, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? Like, it's so insane.
And you saw she was sending out butt plugs along with like her promotional packages for this album in reference to Pussy Palace.
Oh my
Icon.
God. She is a woman with ideas. I mean, like 4chan, non-monogamy, just like the concept of just like, you said you wanted to be non-monogamous. Great. But also like because of that, I have to like care for you. Like I'm your mommy. Like that, like that's what this has turned into. Such like a clever like turn of phrase, like just enough. Like Dallas Major, I love because it's just like her persona, like on these dating apps where she's like, well, I guess if he's gonna have sex too, I'm gonna have sex too. I'm gonna have this persona, and she's like, yeah, don't you want to fuck me? Like I'm a mom of 2 teenage kids. Ooh, isn't that hot? Like she's like making fun of this persona that she feels like she has to do. I love Beg For Me. I mean, like the sample of I was like, oh God, did Matt Palmer shit his pants with this?
I was like, this is what we're sampling? Lumity? I didn't see that coming from not at all.
I love Let You Win, like and ending it on Fruity Loop. Like it is an album, guys. You never get tired of any of this relationship. Like it truly is such a cathartic and like interesting perspective on your husband cheating on you over and over again and having this whole situation go. It's really, really a great album. I could definitely.
Do you think it's one of your? I was gonna say, do you think it's one of your favorites of the year?
Yes, absolutely. And it made me so sad. Once I got to Madeline, track 5, I was like, it is going to be the regret of my 2 Gay Mats career that I did not react to this with you.
We didn't know. We just were like, Lily Allen's putting out an album. Like, yes, that's exciting, but like people were not like the buzz around that album was truly like something I had never seen for an artist who, I love her very much, but like her biggest times was like 2006 through 2014 or something. Like I didn't expect it to like take the culture by the horns, and it really did. So I was just like, oh yeah, Matt Steele's busy. We just did Demi. Let me listen to this. But man, it was something.
Baby, what we learned this week from the Blue Wave, from Blow Your Speakers Out, sometimes a comeback happens.
That's true. It's true.
Always lovely.
We love the comebacks. The comeback kids, all of us.
The comeback kids. God.
Oh my goodness. So Matt Steele, is there anything else you want to tell the people before we say goodbye?
Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. We're a little late, but not $1 short.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. We'll be back next week with more 2 Gay Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.